Good. So, where do I start? Mm, okay. So, let me introduce myself. I'm director of this company, and I'm like a technical director. And this company name, I think you're already aware of it. I think if it's a first time uh, that you attend our webinars before, so this is like a BIM Era Private Limited, and we are into the three different verticals: training, placements, and services. Okay, I'm leading the head of complete technical stuff, especially into an automation. So this is an automation academy. We generally don't teach any Revit. Okay, we haven't taught so far. Okay, I mean earlier we used to do. Later, once we step into this automation, we stopped working. Training the candidates on Revit, AutoCAD, Navis, all this. Again, we are reinstating again.
Hello.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Tell me, who's this?
Sir, voice means a top voice.
Do you have an issue with my voice?
Yes.
Is it
Sir,
only with
your voice is not a clear and voice is
are
very
you
slow.
is it happening with everyone or only with Anurag?
No, sir. Your voice is clear, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Then Anurag, I think you have to increase the volume. Okay. Better use another headset or something. Will be better.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. So actually, this is an automation company. Okay, in fact, we do provide solutions, and we will train a team to provide the solutions to their companies or to the clients or by themselves. Okay. Uh, we are going to start a training from Monday. Okay, which is Revit Dynamo. I mean, for example, if you're uh, good at Revit, you must know there is another tool in Revit which controls a Revit application itself. Okay, so that's called Dynamo. Okay, most of you don't know. Most of the people texted me, Rajesh, what is Dynamo and how to handle this. And few people they are aware of it, and they are aware of Dynamo what does exactly, but they don't know how to use it clearly. A few of them are like doing some research from like months and years, but still they are not confident due to lack of exact direction in which way they're supposed to learn. Okay, so this batch, which is going to start from Monday, it is a 61st batch of mine. Okay, so I'm leading the training till 2019. Okay, from Dynamo, on Dynamo, Revit API, I mean Dynamo design scripting geometry. Now we recently added a new topic which is called artificial intelligence. It means we no need to use a brain. For example, if your manager or coordinator has given some instructions, take a detailed instructions from them and copy the same instructions in a common platform. I'll just show you I'll just show you now. That's called like how we have a GPT, chat GPT. Okay, we know everyone knows that chat GPT. This is the mirror GPT app.gpt.com. Okay, so this is a platform where this exactly looks like a chat GPT interface, but this is especially designed for BIM people. Okay, for completely BIM people. So if you ask to write a love letter to your girlfriend or to your boyfriend, no, it won't work. So it will talk. I mean, it will write a love letter in the BIM person perspective. So that's how this entire platform has been, developed. Okay, so it's purely for BIM people. Okay, and for our students, we are going to use it. I mean, we are going to provide some, a license. Okay, for I mean, during the training. Okay, fine. We'll discuss this about later. Okay, this is an artificial intelligence thing. We'll see this. We'll show you this later. And next one, which is called once we're done with all this four set of modules, Dynamo, geometry, design scripting, and AI with, I mean, AI with a Dynamo. And then finally, the next level, it's going to be like a Python. Python, no other languages, which is like a Python. And after Python, which is our Revit API. I think you heard about this. What is a Revit API? So Revit in the sense front end, API, Revit API in the sense like the back end. So you can see, I mean, you can see the code uh, behind the Revit application, like we generally have in the manage. In the manage, we have a macro manager. Create a new module, delete duplicates. I don't know, most of you doesn't know. It's a let's fix something like Python or let's click OK. So there is another application which is hidden in Revit. Okay, and this language, if you notice this, it's a Python file. So the source code which is already written here, some of the source code. So based on my requirement, I can copy some of this stuff. I mean, or else I can write some, you know, based on my requirement, I can publish it. I mean, I can create some add-ins or something. So this is completely new application, which is hidden in a Revit. We don't know that. Okay. Let me close it. Let me close it. So to handle this, we need a coding. But Autodesk has decided everyone, even a person from the engineering background who doesn't have any coding knowledge, even the person also should able to control the Revit things and they could have finished their tasks bit earlier. Okay, so without knowing the coding, how do we do it generally? So there is a concept called programming, which is visual programming. Visual programming. Okay, so visual programming in the sense you can visualize some programming stuff. You no need to write anything. You just visualize and you can find in a common place, which is called Dynamo. So we have two here, Dynamo and Dynamo Player. Will you will know the difference in a training part. Okay, fine. So I have total 14 plus years of experience in this BIM industry. And then when it comes to the automation, I'm having like 7 plus. So I'm going to be your tutor till the end of the training for level 1 and level 2 and level 3. Okay. Someone have a question? Oh, who is that? No one? No one? Okay, cool. Okay, so generally, say the people are interested to join this training program, but we generally request every person to come and attend this webinar first. Oh man, okay, if it is like a truth, if it's like a fruitful to them, then they can continue with the training. Okay, otherwise, if you feel bored or something, then you can take a decision. Okay, fine. Generally, automation is very, kind of uh, looks like a complicated stuff, but most of the people doesn't know it is very simple. Seriously, I'm not joking. For example, if you're married and you have kids, you just come and sit with your kids. I mean, if you wish to learn a Python language or C language, you just go and sit with your kids. I mean, you can see how their understanding and our understanding will be. Okay. I mean, of course, it depends upon the tutor as well. Okay. I mean, if you have any concerns, if you have any questions, if you in a topic, uh, I mean, you must have a tutor who explains the topic, not a scripts, not a script. Okay. For example, I joined a training program like in 2008. Okay, for Python. No, 2007 in Python. So my tutor used to explain the scripts, write that program, write this program, only the program and the logic. He didn't explain me why it has to write in that particular syntax itself. Understand? So that's the common issue. So to get an experience in that, and in that area, it took for me more than 2 to 3 years, only on the particular concept, only on the particular concept. Like for example, loops, for loop and while loop. I seriously, I mean, 2007 to 2009, I don't know, even though I have done the complete certification, but still I used to have a doubt. This is what, the general training institutes offer. But we are completely far beyond than these people. Okay. You can go through with our reviews. Okay. So you'll come to know how the training will be. It's completely spoon feeding. Spoon feeding in the sense there is no other word which I can say uh, than that. It's completely detailed. Very, 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 very detailed. So initially, when we started the training, a small story. When we started this training, it was 15 hours. Entire Revit Dynamo training, it is 15 hours in 2019. Now it is 60 hours training. That was X amount. Even now it is the same X amount. So there is no difference, single rupee. There is no difference in the fee. Why? I can take 4 batches if I continue the same course outline which I have taken in 2000, 19. Understand? So just stop video subject. Okay. So well, my intention is very clear. I don't want to explain any scripts in my training part. I want you to write your scripts, your own scripts. For example, if your engineers are harassing you to finish, or to do this rotating, repetitive stuff. Okay, I mean, which is like uh, you know, uh, what do you say that? Irritative kind of things. Then you must approach an automation which works as a champ in our daily routines. Okay, so I'll show you some how it is not that tough. Okay, but if you have missed my previous one, I would suggest to go through because I'm here to explain the fact of this because people are asking what is this dynamo? And I have a frequently asked questions here. So the people keep on asking, what is it? Okay, let me explain one by one. So what is a Revit Dynamo? Which is an automation tool, and it's a combination of tool and a language. So we are learning a language, and that too, which is very, very simple. It's very simple. It's a tool and language. Okay, which is, I mean, you don't need to install anything externally, which is inside the Revit tool. Okay, and to understand, you must know a common language that's called visual programming. It's not a programming again. I'm not saying it's a programming. You don't write a single line of a code in Dynamo. Okay, so still you'll call it as a language. Okay, so what is the main purpose of Dynamo and Revit? To automate our stuff, any stuff. What do you mean by any stuff? If you can do something within Revit, you can automate. You can automate. There is no other statement I can give better than this. If you can't do within Revit, you cannot automate. If you can do something, you can automate. Okay, I see like from the morning 9 o'clock till 6 o'clock, I've been keep on, just superimposing this AutoCAD files like the, HVAC files, cable tray files or architecture files and keep on drawing the same trays and ducts and on the layer, on the particular layer. Why? If you already have a CAD, can't you convert that CAD into 3D instantly? You can. Okay, that's what the automation. For example, you have a HVAC layout or you have a lighting layout. Okay, so you have to place around 500 or 1,000 lights in one floor, in just one floor. How long it will take generally? Come on. How long it will take to place 1,000 lights in one floor? Exactly without even missing 1 mm difference. Exactly mid of the ceiling grids. Come on, just give a wild guess. No need to be
Uh,
accurate.
I have one doubt.
Hmm.
In the light, maybe is there in the ceiling suspended. Actually, the false ceiling area and double light area is there. Example, the airport, a terminal building. Then how
Mm.
to we write in the dynamo in the
You can
uh,
define it.
false
You
ceiling
can
and
define
double
there.
light area.
You can define there.
Fine.
You
Actually,
have an option.
dialects input is there. We can do the dialects location only. Then how to we can model in the lighting.
You can define in the family types. And where we see like family instance dot by point. So first we have to just give me a minute. Let me show you that by point. Okay. So this is actually expecting a particular family. So you have to pick the particular lighting family here and connect this to this and where you need a points. So these points information you have to get it from CAD file or I mean DWG file or dialects file from wherever or Excel file
Dialects file converted to TWG.
DWG so that you can
Yeah.
get it from the you can extract the DWG file. Still, if you don't believe, I'll just show you one of uh, adults we have done. You,
In the
uh,
Dynamo coordination also possible.
of course, yes. But don't expect 100% of coordination can be done with Dynamo. Okay, we
Okay.
have some limitations. So to avoid that limitations, we will be now it's working. I don't know why it's suddenly. Okay, so guys, that thing like we are. I mean, if you got stuck somewhere in the middle of Dynamo, then there is no other option. You have to go through a Pivot API. I'll show you something for you.
Okay.
But without links, CAD with a CAD tool with fixtures. You can see that here now. Everywhere AI artificial intelligence. Okay, so I want you to be more smart. So when I just click on this, this is our Beamer extension. So it is asking to place the fixtures. You need to select the CAD file, echo Sunil, please. Okay, so it is asking to select a CAD file. I'm already, moved this CAD file. So just pick the CAD file. And I know the layer name that is 0. And I'm picking the family type here. It could be ceiling light or recessed light or pendant light. It could be anything. You just pick and just click on create fixtures, which shows not even 2 seconds. It's created at cadence exactly on a see. Do you see that? On false settings. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? The base of the script, which is again like a dynamo only. Exactly, which is laid off. See, unsailing light flag, which is on this. Is it clear? So even diffuser, like any plumbing fixtures or anything, if you have any CAD layout, you can convert that into, Revit element. So to do this, we are using automation, of course. I say like initially to write the scripts, it takes time, but we are sharing you around 100 scripts which you can directly use in your projects. Okay, especially for our students and for your personal sake, not to share with anyone. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, what are we discussing about? Yeah, which is actually within the Revit itself. So you no need to install anything. Okay, so maximum stuff, whatever you can. I mean, if you want to, uh, create a, you want to create individual views like a Navisworks, you can create it. I mean, if you have a Navisworks clash coordination report, or you
Mm.
have an NWC file, or you have an NWD file, so picking that element IDs from there, and where the classed elements, and you can apply some sort of colors to the classed elements. You can do such kind of things. Okay, and you can do bigger things. For example, if there is a you know if there is a duct which is hitting with a wall where you need a wall opening, or else if you need a elements, you have to place a supports for the cable trays or ducts or pipes. So how do you do it? So every these kind of things can be done very simple with the help of automation. Okay, and I'm clearly telling that this Revit API and Dynamo, this is not a robotic science. Anyone can easily learn. Okay, so
Mm.
because I'm just listing out few very frequently asked questions. Everyone who called me and asking, can I learn this? Why not? You're not a kid. You can easily learn. Understand? Okay, you have an
Okay.
experience.
Actually, here some number of nodes is there, node. And
Hmm.
how to we identify this kind of node is like this is like parameter.
Hmm.
So how can we understand the all the nodes?
I'll explain. That's a trick actually. For example, that's a trick, Sunil. For example, Control F. We generally don't use our library here.
Mm.
So this library comes with a Dynamo. Are who is this drawing all this? Come on, stop doing it. Okay, no
Okay.
worries. Okay, we are not using this library anymore. We are using our, Bimera Find Your Node. I mean, with the help of this, you can find the accurate nodes and just like that. Okay. I mean, if you want to use it, it takes hours also, but you can find very simple here. For example, if I want to create a worksets, I'll type workset. I'll type workset. So with the workset, I can play with this all these kind of actions. See, all these nodes, these are all nodes which you can play with the workset. So what is it going to do now? This is the biggest problem for everyone. They don't understand, they don't read because they don't have a
Mm.
patience. Especially like if you're completely new, you don't even know what happens if you placed on this onto the canvas. You feel that it is going to disturb your Revit model. No,
Mm.
seriously. There are some set of tricks you have to apply to secure your, Revit model. Okay, see, I'm in the manual mode now. Until unless I give a permission to run this, the script will not execute. This is one tip. Understand? So always, if you're kind of a scary guy, no need. You just put it in a manual mode, and you just do your research. Nothing went wrong. Understand? Always for research, manual mode. Okay, once you're done with this, and if you're very confident, change it to the automatic and keep on playing like simple. Okay. So elements dot set work set. What it is exactly doing? See, try to understand the node name. This is called node name, and this is called input, and these are called outputs. So we have one input variable, two output variables. So we have two input variables, two output variables, and this is a node name. Okay, and we have a many hints here. I'll explain that in the training part. Okay. So here when I hover the cursor on this, it is expecting a link or a document file. Okay. And what it is exactly doing, it's going to collect all the worksets. So you have to fill the gap, collect all the worksets. You have to fill it. You have to fill it. If I place it again, this is the original node. I didn't change it. I just changed this particular one. Okay, control Z, 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 it will be back towards original name. Okay, so elements dot set work set. What do you mean by that? I have an elements and I want you to set a particular work set to it. I know when I'm playing with some, uh, my cable trace, unfortunately, it was set to a HVAC, work set. So I want to pick all these, elements back. I just want to pick what are the elements which are on a wrong workset. I just segregated those. And then I will be set a particular workset to those elements. I can do that simple. You can't do that in Revit. You can do that here. Okay. So elements at workset, elements dot workset, elements. If I connect any workset, if I connect any elements to it, then please get me the workset. worksets dot create. Oh, so it is going to create a worksets as well. It's going to create a workset. So whatever it is, for example, if I want to play with sheets, I'll type sheet. See, these are the actions I can play with the sheets. Number of actions. If you want to play with the views, see, there are n number of collect views, collect view templates, elements dot view, family instance dot by view and point, and sheet set dot views, views dot open. I mean, if I connect something views to it, it's going to give the particular level information. So we have n number of, if I keep on scrolling, you still see the number of these all functions are belongs to views. What if you in your library, if I just simply type VIEW view, it will show you only 20 or 30 max. You can't go beyond than that. We have a lot still, but the scrolling isn't working. The scrolling isn't working here. But how it is working, it's our thing. We have developed like that. And here, so I can see only 2030. What if, Rajesh, if I don't have this Bimera Find Your Node? What if I would like to see all this? There are 5, 6 strategies to find out these nodes, the respective nodes. Even though, even though I applied 5, 6 strategies, for one strategy, if it is showing like a 30 nodes, for 6 strategies, it will show 180 nodes. Correct? No?
Yeah.
Correct? But if you count all this, it may show you thousands of. So finding a particular, if you're very bad at finding a nodes, with the help of this, you can find the node very easily. Trust me. Understand? All of our students are going to get this, and this is actually commercial license. But for our students, we are giving it for free. To make them experts in no time. This is very expensive. We have developed for it. Okay, cool. Anyways, so okay. Okay, let me finish. Okay, so can Dynamo be used in a standalone software? Actually, yes, we used to have, but not now. Okay, that's a wrong question. So we used to have like a Dynamo Studio before, which is completely standalone. But for our Dynamo, for now, okay, for our Dynamo, you must install the Revit, and Dynamo comes with a part of it. Someone asked me this. So name 2 benefits of using Dynamo and Revit. Why 2? So someone asked me today in the morning, like someone asked me, can you please tell me like 2 examples? One I've explained now. If I, go to this, if I show you, uh, if you just YouTube it, you'll come to know a lot. There are a number of videos with Dynamo. If you just simply Dynamo, Revit Dynamo, okay, you'll find a lot of videos and thousands of videos you have. And especially you can see the scripts as well. You can see some people have explained the scripts also. Understand? Okay, but most of them are like directionless. Seriously, I'm telling you. And the concepts which we developed in our training, there you can't see anywhere in a YouTube. One single concept, at least one single concept, you can't find, because I have total experience in 6 different languages. Just give me a minute.
नहीं, मैं समझ रहा था मेरे ही मेट्रो नहीं हो पाई है।
You
ऐसे ऐसे लौंडे पड़े हैं जो नीचे ही हैं अभी। मैं तो इतने ऊपर पहुंच गया
go
अभी और नीचे।
go
पर
this.
कुछ ऐसे हैं कि जिन्होंने कंप्लीट कर लिया।
I'm so sorry. Okay, fine. Okay, please mute yourself once you're done. Okay, name 2 benefits of using Dynamo and Revit. Like you can find a lot on YouTube and Udemy, or there are different areas. But the lack of information, seriously, I mean, because um, they are saying like learn Dynamo in 2 hours, learn Dynamo in 4 hours. How come? Seriously, I don't understand. Because to teach a concept, I'll take a 2 hour, 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes I say like 8:30 to 10:30. Sometimes it may go 11 o'clock also. Sometimes it is 11:30 also. Okay, if there are girls or if the married men, I mean women, like then they may leave exactly at 10:30. So rest of, I mean from 10:30 till 11 or 11:30, it will be Q&A session. There will be Q&A session happen. Who wants to know complete stuff, they can stay and they can enjoy it. Understand? I don't have any time constraints because it's my own company. I don't want to load on my standards at any cost. I'll sit with you, no problem. I mean, from 8:30. So 8:30 to 8:45, it's a Q&A. Sometimes this 8:45, it will be extended to 9. So first 30 minutes, it's a Q&A. And then like I'll start at 10 o'clock. So 10 to 10:30, it will be Q&A again. Okay, between 1 hour, 1.5 hour will be my time to teach you a concept. Still, it will not be enough. Seriously, because you are 30 people. I think you have seen the student schedule have published. I have, posted on WhatsApp group. Okay, these are the classroom. These are the students. These are the students now. Okay, for 61st batch. 61st batch. So only 4 seats left. Okay, so if you're interested, let me know. Okay, so out of still not actually filled, 2 or 3 more filled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28. So I think these two filled, 4 more. Okay, so this is like, we have a 4 sessions, I mean, 4 seats left. If you wish to fill, you come and attend. Okay, so one thing I can promise, from the fourth day onwards, you will start writing your own scripts. I'll always stand on my words. And that's not even a new statement. I've been giving this statement from so long because it's proved. Okay, so first 3 days, the fear, I mean, about the Dynamo, the coding stuff will be completely gone. And you're super confident, playing with the Dynamo. You love to open Dynamo and other things. Okay. So what are the main 3 components of Dynamo interface? The one is actually I mean, I can't say what are the exactly 3 components. I don't know who asked this. I think from my telecaller team. What are the 3 main components of Dynamo's interface? One is especially, okay, if you ask me clearly, this particular node and and the complete stuff on it, I'll show you how many hints we have generally we miss. There are n number of hints. Okay, like if you have seriously see this node, when I hover the cursor on, bah, it is not showing anything. I'll take a screenshot. See here, it shows 3 different areas. Here, it will show 3 different hints. So 1 and 2 and 3. You can ask me what is that? It's a description, data type, and default value. If you understand these 3, almost like you can connect any kind of a stuff with 30% of confidence. Is it clear? Clear?
Okay.
30% of confidence. And this is another one, fourth one. And in the entire thing, 4a, why there is dot 4b, and this is after the dot 4c. So 3 different concepts again on the node name. Okay, and here this is the fifth part. Why it is like, and when I just click on it, I'm having like a 2 more things, 6 and 7 part. And here it is 8, 9. Okay, whatever, all are same. So I can consider everything as an 8. Again, what are the 3 things I'm having, like 1 and 2? I mean, 1, 2, 3. Even I'm having here as well. So 8. And when I hover the cursor on this, so I may see auto, we have a 3 things like lazing part, and what else we have? Freezing. These are additional options. So we have to worry about these 3. Worry about these 3 completely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you understand all these 13 concepts very clearly, okay, each and every concept can't teach in 1 hour or 2 hours. It takes, you should know why it is exactly. And what if I connected something wrong? How should I fix it again? Okay, so there are very important, there are 3 different areas. If you clearly ask me, finding a node, finding a node. So first one is like finding a node. It's very tough. If you know how to find a node, 30% script is clear. And understanding inputs and outputs. This again 30% got filled. And now if they may work, they may not work. So once you find the node and understanding the inputs and outputs, how do you take it further? Find connecting nodes. Take it further. So this is the same thing. And again, to take this, again you have to find a node and understand the inputs and outputs and how to find a connecting node to take it further. Again, so this is a completely loop. So if you ask that clearly, the biggest problem is this, the three components. Okay. So I'm going to focus on this part only. I don't teach a single script. Of course, yes, I will, but they are like an examples. They're just like an examples. Okay. So if you keep on asking me a number of examples, I don't consider those as a scripts. The script you create, even a Buddha one, Buddha stuff, still I'll consider that as a script. Even if I explain a lengthy scripts, I don't consider those as a script because I'll teach you in a concept perspective. I'll teach you something in a concept. If I teach you entire, 10, 15 modes of script. So first two nodes, what the concept is. So three and four, what is the concept behind? So five and six, what is the concept behind it? So this is the way I explain so that you'll come to know, okay, in that case, if I miss this concept, you cannot fill the particular bridge. You cannot connect those two pillars. Understand? Okay. So how you can access Dynamo in Revit, which is a manage tab. Can Dynamo used in all versions of Revit? How we have a, how we have, uh, can you open Revit 2017 in 24? You have a Revit 2017 file. Can you open in 2024? I'm asking you.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on.
possible.
If I have a
2017.
2024 file, if I have a 2024, can I open in 2017?
No.
Vice versa, even we have such issues on the Dynamo as well. Then how do you overcome those? I have bought a script from a client, or else your company have bought a script from a client or from a vendor like Vimera. So you've been handling from so long, or else you recently joined, and they have appointed you to fix those stuff. How do you do that? Very complicated stuff. I worked like seriously. I know the pain, of conversions. I will explain you how to do that in a simple strategies. Okay. See, very simple thing. Why people like my training? I don't explain anything in a script wise. If you ask me something, I don't explain a script. I'll explain you the concept. If you don't understand, I'll go with the second example. Still don't. Third example. Still not. Fourth example. Still not. Let's sit for whole night till you understand the concept. This is how my teaching levels would be. That is the reason I may go beyond the 60 hours now. Last batch it was 68 hours. Last batch it was 68 hours. Seriously, how? That is the way. See, I love teaching. I worship like anything. I mean, Saraswati. So I never, betrayed your money or something like, okay. I don't want you to do the mistakes what I have done in my, learning stage. Someone suggested me, someone guide me like, learn C# first. Well, I have went through a seminar. I mean, I've gone through a seminar. So there, someone, impressed me a lot. I felt like it's going to be in 2015 in 2015. Okay, so I went there and I realized this is going to be. Then later I've been keep on playing. Someone suggested me go and learn C#. I paid the fee when I was at in Atkins, Gurgaon. So Atkins, Gurgaon. So I have paid there. But unfortunately, the sessions are keep on happening, but I couldn't do anything with the Dynamo. Then someone told me I've gone through some content and reached the guy. So he told me, why did you learn C? Why you're learning C#? Doesn't need anything. So he suggested me Python to go with. Someone suggested me Pyruvate. Someone suggested me blah blah blah. So everyone confused me like anything. Of course, it went good for me. I was become expert, but it was a long journey for me. So I don't want you to do those mistakes. Understand? So that is the reason I have developed a platform. First, I'm teaching you the Dynamo, and then I will be teaching you the design. See, Dynamo geometry. So Dynamo is something different, and Dynamo geometry is different. Actually, we have a two different courses for Dynamo and for Dynamo geometry. Seriously, but you are getting these two without paying anything, because you're already paying a big amount. Okay, so I don't want you to invest again on the Dynamo geometry part. And along with that, no design scripting. You can't find any kind of a what kind of language is this on anywhere. Okay, so design scripting is part of design and some sort of scripting. I'll show you how it will be. Okay, so if you understand this concept, you can understand Python like anything. So to understand the geometry, you have to go with the Dynamo essentials, or you call it as I don't know, key concepts, foundations, foundational concept, or you call it as a roots, or you called as something, whatever, blah blah blah. Okay, so these are the complete basics. Okay, but I will teach you, I'll explain you each and every concept. We have 20 concepts. Every concept will be explained in very, very detailed. Very detailed. Even you can't forget in your sleep as well. Understand? So that is how the training will be. So later, Dynamo geometry. So this is especially for architecture and structure. It doesn't mean it's not for MEP. Even for MEP, it helps a lot. Seriously. So once you're good in these two things, then before you jump into the Python, you have to learn the design scripting. This is a completely different language. But if you learn this design scripting, you can understand Python very easy. It's my promise. Seriously. See, anyways, I'm going to teach you Python in level 2. So why do I have to waste my time teaching the design scripting unnecessarily? But I have seen a good results. The people, because here I'm teaching Python for 10 years, 10 hours. Even design scripting again 10 hours. There is no point of adding like 10 hours unnecessarily. 1 week time. I could start another batch a week early, but still it's not my uh, you know it's not my uh, thing. Understand? I'm completely into the student perspective. Every student should go with the complete knowledge. If he is spending 1 rupee, he should get 10 rupees of knowledge, 20 rupees of knowledge. Understand? Okay, so Python, after this Python we are learning Revit API. In Revit API again we have two things. So API with Python and API with C Sharp. So API with Python will help you in the Dynamo. API with C Sharp will help you creating an add-ins. This is very, very complicated. You can't even learn now. I'll just give you some simple hint. I have trained around 1500 plus candidates so far. 1500 candidates I mean, on Dynamo. Out of this, maybe 800 to 900 people, they have converted into the Revit API. If you ask me how many people, have tried on C Sharp, not even hardly 50. Yeah, 50 years, 50 plus. Not even, I mean, it's between 50 to 75. See the count it is, because few of them have already made the fee recently also, but still they are not to that mark now. So they said like, let the fee be there. I'll rejoin whenever they get confidence on the Python. That's really not at all simple. Understand? The way we teach, of course, it's very simple to make you understand. So with that confidence, I mean, if a person who understands the Python, so for them it's very hard to understand C Sharp. Okay, I'm a very quick learner, but for me it took years to understand. Not years, 6 months to 1 year, close to. To develop my first complicated add-in, it took more than 6 months for me. Understand? I mean, continuously sitting on it. My company used to, sponsor me for it. So for my learning, which company is going to offer you, offer for your learning, buddy? That only happens on automation only. Understand? In this was happened before in 2015, 2016. The companies were migrating from CAD to BIM. So the companies used to fight for the people who just know the Revit. You know the Revit, you know how to open the Revit. Simple colors, appointment order. I mean, simply offer letter. Come on, simply join. So the people keep on, giving a lot of trials on Revit. So I mean, the companies have paid for this guy to learn and to implement something. Now the same era is in automation. So companies are paying you because you're not saving like 10 minutes or 15 minutes of company's time. If you develop one single script, I mean, the companies are going to use an n number of projects, a lot of projects. On every project, they're going to save. For every execution, they're saving hours, n number of hours. You just simply create one. Let you just take like 1 hour or 2 hours. But that 2 hours is going to save a number of thousands of hours, hundreds of hours for the company. So they are ready to pay what you exactly, and the pay scale is not like 10% hike or 20% hike. Seriously, uh, you know, I don't want to give anyone's example. I can give my personal example. So in 4 years, I've changed 6 companies. Go and see my LinkedIn profile. You'll come to know that within 6 months, 7 months, keep on switching. Keep on switching, especially onto this automation roles. Atkins, I got an offer in AECOM as a when I was doing some kind of a things, automation things. My company didn't support, so I left there. And then I joined AECOM. So they, on a promise, they're going to leave me at least for 2 to 3 years on R&D. So they have exactly. But later on, they made stick on this, and they're about to put me on other projects if I'm sitting idle. So I simply quit even over there. So far, I haven't withdrawn single PF amount. Understand? Okay. So automation has that kind of a scope. I don't want you to take me an example and leave your companies in every 6 months or 7 months, 9 months. Okay. I'm just telling you, the companies are ready to pay you. For when I was settled in, Dubai in Omnix as an BIM automation expert, I've been keep on enjoying my things, only developing, learning, developing, learning, developing. This is the only thing. Who pays that? Seriously, okay. So spend some, expenses what you're earning on your, I mean, salary. Spend on learning. Seriously. Okay. So what are the common applications of Dynamo and Revit? There are many. I can't explain now. But programming language is used in Dynamo. This is actually first visual programming, and the second one is like Python for now. For now. Okay, so just Python. So working with Dynamo, what is the time now? Whoa, we have to leave. So what are the guys? Am I make you feeling bored? Huh, guys?
Yeah, just
No,
one
no.
actually, like you told, the
No, no.
message there on the.
Okay, because you have to know these things which is happening in the industry. This is really what is in. I mean, we have to transform ourselves into the upgraded stuff. Okay,
No,
so working with
absolutely.
Dynamo. Yeah, good. Thank you. So what are the nodes in Dynamo? We have thousands of lakhs of nodes. You don't believe. Let me show you why you don't need to create a single one. So if you just go to the dynamopackages.com, we have 2295 package. So you can ask me what do you mean by package? It's a folder. So even in this 2295, even I have my own package. So I mean package in the sense like a folder. So I have kept my folder in a Autodesk cloud server. And this is completely free. You don't need to pay anything. You don't need to pay anything. You just simply find what package that you exactly need and install and use it. If you're looking for coordination scripts, if you're looking for modeling scripts, if you're looking for scan to BIM or Civil 3D or any kind of an application, you can simply download it from here. And you can say consider uh, 2295, 2295. In every folder, at least I can expect 100 nodes in it. It means I'm having like a 2,29,500 nodes are ready to use. and for completely free. Why do you have to sit and write your own code if you have a tool like nodes are ready to use? True? Simple logic. Correct. Let first use it, but how to use it? That is the trick. So my entire focus, if you ask me what is the entire training you're going to teach me, how to use a node in one single line, how to understand and use a node. That's it. If you know that, you can, no one can stop you. So if you know what is a node is expecting, you can easily connect something. What the node is returning out, and how do you find a connecting node to it? What else? Nothing to learn. So to teach this concept, do you think really we need a 60 hours of? Yes. Because if you learn something in depth, you will play as an in depth only. Otherwise, like your knowledge will be like a chopa chopa knowledge. And I never encourage this. Seriously. Okay. So if you ask me, still, even if I miss something or if I found something new, I'll immediately implement on a training part. This is how I'll be. Okay. I'm completely dedicated to, because you're not only my students, uh, after some time, maybe after 3 to 6 months, in this time span, if you develop such scripts, the companies, will be asking me, Rajesh, I need people like, I mean, if you're, doing good in a training, so I notice everyone, and my target is that the people who have targeted on, if I have any client requirement, I'll simply, place you on it. From some clients I'll get some X amount, from some clients I don't. But I want you to be settled in such positions. Understand? Not into this boring modeling, coordination. See, a person who used to work with me, still the guy isn't there in the same Atkins itself. Of course, there is a high cap and let it be. See, that was completely different. Okay, so don't stick to your routine things and don't work like this. Be smart. Okay, so what are the nodes in Dynamo? We have a number of. How do you create a new Dynamo graph? This is very, very simple. Let me explain. First of all, we have to decide what I have to do now. For example, I want someone ask me, can I do the clash coordination? So, clash coordination. Okay, for to do the clash coordination for what? Which services? Duck versus walls. Duck versus walls. Okay, what else do you want to do? Anything else? I want to create a view. Create a view for every clash. Okay, and what else do you need? I need a ducks to be in orange color, like in Navisworks, and walls to be in green color. In green color. What else? Anything else? Okay, I want to see the clashes
Rajesh,
in the floor plan view. Just a minute. In a floor plan view, I want to see these clashes in the floor plan view with some annotation, from to show it to my engineers, or to show it to my team members, or to whomever. So if I need this, I have to find a nodes accordingly in our dynamo, in our dynamo. Okay, let me copy. So how do we do it? So first, the thing is like a clash coordination. Control F. You will find a mirror. You'll find a mirror. So I'll type a clash. I'll type a clash buddy. So which is showing me some sort of an options here. So clash test. To do the clash test, it is asking for solid, building solid, and site solid. But here I'm having ducts, they are elements, and walls, they are an element. So this is not going to be my correct node. Delete. Initially, it will take some time. Seriously, for you to analyze, the things, everything, it will take some time. Let it be, no problem. But when you keep on playing with, you will get that hands on. Okay. So clear the clash results, not this one. Create filter and manage Navis, not Navis one, not this. Get all clash results, is it? Okay. Get all clash results. It is asking to get a connect a class test. But here, even this is also expecting like a class test. But here I'm having like a two set of elements. How do I do this? get clash bounding box. Still, I don't see any set of node which is expecting two different elements. Till I found the node, I keep on placing all this. Get clash node. There are very simple ways to find. I don't want to explain it now. Okay, so get clash point. Oh, here this is expecting two, but what is it? First, it is a result and first clash item, not this one. Keep on playing, keep on playing, keep on playing, keep on playing. Interference check. Okay, this is also expecting only one. So get clash bonding, override all elements in view. So rename rivet element clash detection V1. Oh, do you got something close to it? What is it expecting? Rivet element set A, rivet element set B. So I'm having like a ducts and I'm having like a walls. So I have to connect the ducts to this and I have to connect the walls to this. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes.
Is it clear? See, we have to
Yeah,
find
little
a
bit.
box for our exact requirement. So to get this, we have n number of strategies. Unfortunately, you can't find even this one as well. Then we have to change the strategy. I don't want to explain the strategy now. Let's say synonyms. So what are the synonyms for clash? I can get it here. Like interference check. Interference check, we'll call it as. So if I don't find with the clash, then I'll check something. See, it is expecting a report. So interference check file, what is it expecting? And what is this expecting? And what is this expecting? Okay. Still, if I couldn't find anything, what are the other things I'm having here? So keep on changing until unless you find the particular node. So these strategies will be explained during the training. Understand? Okay. Yeah, someone have a question. Come on, tell me. You can ask me now. Come on. No?
Uh, Rajesh, here the coordination, as per BIM standards, we need to follow in the distance. Then how can possible in the Dynamo script in the class reductions?
That is possible. You can find, the distance. I mean, it's very simple stuff finding. For example, this is purely geometry, but I have a, cable tray here and I have a duct
Mm,
here. As per the
mm,
standards, the distance between this and this should be like 150. Okay.
okay.
So if it is like a 150, so first I'll
Mm,
get all the cable trays. First
mm,
I'll get all the cable trays and I'll get all the ducts. So
mm.
I will convert these two into the geometrical stuff.
Okay.
Into geometry stuff.
Uh, okay. Then
Later on,
the coordination, maybe we are class reduction Navy's work. We
hmm,
have the elements ID also. Then, example, one corridor is there. The corridor five service, seven service is there.
hmm,
Totally seven service. Some commercial building like airport building is there in the 18 services. Then
hmm.
how can calculate all the things in the all the class reductions? This is
No,
only two
no,
classes there.
that,
The mechanical versus electrical.
for those things, some sort of a manual things to be because it is
Mm-mm.
not a human brain, bro. Okay, so
Okay.
who will teach the things to Dynamo? You only again. So to give a conditions, you have to sit more time. See, how do you sit, with your son or with your daughter and explain that this and everything? Correct. So
Mm,
even you have to sit with your Dynamo for more time to explain, do that, do this,
mm.
like, okay. Additionally, this is purely instructional. Okay, so
Yeah,
that
I
is all.
understand though. The modeling part is very quickly we have done. This is very
Hmm.
good for Revit modelers and engineers, BIM engineers also. Yeah, I
Hmm.
understand that part.
Okay, good. So, clash coordination. Once I found a specific node for the clash coordination, then how to find the nodes for the ducts and walls? Exactly. Type ducts again. So type ducts again. You have got, some around like 20, 30. Okay, so when I type duct here, so I found some. So how to get the ducts out of it? You just have to find get all ducts. So all duct types. So when I place this node, it is giving me all the duct types. It's giving me all the duct types. So duct types and their name types. And I just simply execute this. See, I'm having like a three different element, the duct types. The first one is rectangular, and second one is a rectangle metered elbows and tabs. And third one is a round tabs. This is T's and tabs and round tabs. Okay, so we have a three different duct types now. So how do I get all the ducts? First, I have to assign a categories. Okay, and I'm asking, can you please get me all the elements of the particular category? Elements of the particular category. If you are playing with Dynamo ever, I mean, like in future, remember one thing: the output of the connecting node, I mean, the first node should be exactly matched with the input of the connecting node. Make sure 99.9% you have to match it. If it is not matching, please don't connect edge to it. Okay. So if I'll just freeze it for the time being. I think I can delete for the time now. So I'll say, can you please get me the ducts and connect? See, it's giving me there are total 724 ducts. There are 724 ducts. How do I get those into the geometry? I mean, into the dynamo element dot geometry. I'm having element, and can you please get me the geometry? And I connect this to this. I simply got like all the 724 ducts. See, I've got all the ducts into the canvas. For any cross reference, I can use it. Okay, if not, I need a locations of it. Where it is exactly. So get location. When I connect this to this, see, these are giving me like a curves. This is giving me like a curves instead like a solid object. It's giving me curve. So what if I want whatever the duct I'm having here, I just want to place a support for every duct in the mid of. So how do I? So to place it, I need, for example, this is the duct. If this is the duct and I want to place a support here, I need a point here, correct? So this point, I'll get a support like this. I'll get a support like this. So how do I do it? First, to create it, I just need a point, and based on that point, I have to place another family. So same thing like say point at parameter, point parameter. See, it is expecting curve. Connect this. See, you can see the points now, but I'm asking at 0.5, the mid one. I can see the points in the mid of every duct now. Every duct. See, every duct. If this is a duct, midpoint. If this is the duct, midpoint. If this is the duct, which is a midpoint. What if I need for example, um, let's consider this. Not only the midpoint, I need a support at 0 point and the other endpoint and the midpoint as well. I'll be asking like 0 to 1 step of 0.5. See, I can say 3 points now. So in these 3 points, I can place a support here. I can place another support here. I can place another support here. Understand? Okay. So how do we, I mean, again, it's returning the points. So how do you use a point? The one I've shown you before. Family types and family instance dot by point by point. Very simple. So I'll pick the family, I mean here, which is like a cable tray support or duct support or something. Then I'll connect the points to this. This expecting family type I have connected, which is the tray supports. And then it is expecting the point, I connected the point. It works. Simple. Okay. So everything is possible. 80% of stuff like what you're doing a routine can be automated. Seriously, I'm not joking. Okay. Clear? So let's go with further. Create a view for every clash. So once I got everything, when if I need for walls, I can get it for walls. I'm gonna show you in the training as well. It's not as a script. I'll teach you as an example. I mean, I'll teach you as a concept. So create a view for every clash. See, create view. I'll see. It's showing you. See, create a view. So there are n number of views dot create. If you want to create a view, you should know how to ask it. There are some strategies to ask. So you should ask in the same way. If you can't find a create view, then you have to apply some other strategies to get a node which creates a view. I can't reveal it now. Okay. So applying that's to be in orange color. So we have to exactly do uh, override color in view. Okay. So override color in view. So this is the one. So what it is exactly saying, I have a number of elements, for example, and I need all the ducts should be colored. See, I'm having all the ducts. Maybe turn off, except ducts and fittings. I have different ducts. Let me set all to a single color. I'll set it to red. Apply. Connect this to this. All elements will be, all ducts will be set to red colors. If the, especially I need only the decks which are in, level 1 or level 2 or level 3 or which is like a classed, then I can do that. Again, you can play with it. But how? For example, I see which they are exactly, I can say supplier. For example, if I would like to assign a system type which is like a supplier, how do we do it? I have to write a condition. I know how this process works. If I connect an element, it's going to set a color to the red. Okay, but I just want to apply a blue color to the supplier. That's simple. Okay. So get parameter value by name. Get parameter value by name. Come on, these elements. And I know what is the parameter name. It is system type. I think system. See, SYSTM space TYP. Case sensitive. So system type. I'm adding an additional condition here. If the system type, this is called data extraction. This is called data extraction. See the concept called data extraction. So this is called element selection. Element selection. So data extraction. Okay. So where is the logic? If double equal to, let me see where I'm getting like element type, system type. Hey, system type, which is given like a system classification. I'll go with system classification for now. I don't want to confuse you. So supplier, okay, double equal to, connect this to this, and so which is equal to supplier. So wherever there is supplier, this is a logic. This is conditional logic. Okay, so what is the logic? If it is a supply air, then filter by Boolean mask. So what is this going to be do now? Mask and I connect the elements to it. This is called filtering. It's called filtering. So this is going to give you the in list, which are, so I have in list and I have out list. So in list, which is giving like a when I hold the cursor on it, what it is saying, items whose mask index is true. So the first one is a supplier. The first one is supplier, so it's true. Supplier, it's true. So if it is a supplier, I need that element. So if I scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, see where 101, which is undefined. 101, which is undefined. See, which is false. So that is not a supplier. So it's saying, no, I'm not. So this element is not a supplier element. So it written false. I need all the true items. I need all the true items. Again, 108 is a supplier. 109 and 110 is a undefined. So I need only the true elements. So the in list which is returning the true elements out. Okay. So if you are getting me the elements out, I want you to apply a blue color to those. Very simple. See, all of them, all of them are like very simple. If I just pick any duct, so that's a supplier duct. And if I pick this, it is not a supplier, it is undefined. Are you clear, everyone? Guys, are you clear? If I pick any duct which is like a supplier, the blue color one, is it clear? No? Is it clear? So what is it? Final destination reached. If this is still not, if you want to play with, still you can add a number of concepts. So I will teach you like this. I mean, element selection, it's a 2 hours concept. Data extraction, 4 hours concept. Conditional logic, 4 to 6 hours concept. Filtering, 2 hours concept. Destination, it's keep on happening. No end, nothing. Okay. So this is the way you learn the concepts, not the scripts. Seriously, that's a very, very bad strategy. Yeah, the way you're following. Okay, don't learn through YouTube or something and get confused. Okay, so stop doing such acts. Seriously, you will never learn anything if you follow exactly YouTube or any courses that you tempted with Dynamo in 2 hours, Dynamo in 3 years. Seriously, bullshit.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, Rajesh, one question. It's
Hmm.
getting a late. So I posted in the chat as well. So I'm familiar with Revit API. How does Dynamo help me to upgrade my
Hmm.
skills? I use it.
Hmm. So you are already good at Revit API.
Yeah.
Then I don't suggest you to go, step. This is like a downgrade for you, brother. Okay,
Oh,
Suraj. So
oh,
I don't need better, I mean, if you're Revit API with the Python or C Sharp,
yeah, C sharp.
then leave this. I mean, you're already in, advanced stage. So better travel in this direction, not in, don't come
Oh,
back again. Okay.
all right, all
Okay.
right. Yeah,
So, but
really good.
in case, when do you need all this? For example, if you have a client, they doesn't need the add-ins. They just need a simple for simple stuff. You no need to develop an add-in. This basic
Yeah.
stuff is more than enough. Correct.
So,
So in such cases, even for you, you can easily understand the Dynamo. Okay, so I really don't suggest you to learn a Dynamo in a specific way. Okay,
oh,
clear?
yeah.
So you don't need to even invest anywhere else. You just, if you know the basic concepts of, you can simply grab it. Clear,
Okay.
Suraj?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Thank you so much, Raj.
Good. So text me once on you have my WhatsApp number, right?
Yeah, I think I
Just
have that.
text me now. Just text me now. I'll text you um I'll text you my number here. 960560890. Just text me on my number, on this number. Okay? On
I'll
my
do that.
WhatsApp. Clear,
Okay.
Suraj.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
good. So, when it comes to the other things, like, wants to be in green color, you can set those exactly. So, what are the different types of nodes? We have n number, like we have three different type of nodes. You can even identify those. Okay. So, what are those exactly? I'll show you some For example, in geometry, in points, in point, you can see something like plus, zap, and question mark. Plus, zap, and question mark. What are all this actually? These are called create. For example, if you don't have something in your Revit model, if you want to create something, we'll call it as a constructors, like create nodes. So if you're taking a Dynamo help to create something which is not there, which is not exist in the Revit file, then we'll call it as a create nodes. Okay, and the next one, which is like a uh, action nodes. You already have something you want to move, or you want to delete, or you want to copy, or you want to duplicate, or you just want to replicate or something. So these kind of, you're playing with an existing object. These are called action nodes. Is it clear? Guys, are you clear? So create nodes in the sense you are creating something which is not there before, and action nodes in the sense it's already there before, but you just want to move or something, move in X direction or Y direction or Z direction, or duplicate it or rotate it or array it or something. Okay, so what do you mean by question mark? It's completely like a safe nodes, so they won't harm your the Revit file at all, because they're just inquiring. It means like, what is the information over there? So what do you want me to get? See, how did I get, say, ducks and all elements of category? I know in this particular category, I have an elements. This is extraction. I'm just extracting. I'm just pulling the data. And I'm not creating anything new, and I'm not disturbing any ducks. I'm just extracting. So once I extracted this, again, I'm asking for, can you please get me the complete system classification values of every duct? So again, this is data extraction. So most of them are like a query nodes. This is not query again. Okay. So this is not query again. So these are called action, because something happened in between. Okay. Is it clear? Even this is also an action. Earlier there was no color, but I have applied a color to it. So this is a action again. Okay. So you have to understand what nodes need to be played with and which nodes you're supposed to not to play with. Guys, are you clear? If you are completely clear on what you are exactly doing, you're safe. Your scripts also going to be safe. Clear, everyone? Is this clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Just give a minute. It's 9:50. Okay, so I think tomorrow we have a workshop again, which is continuation of the same thing. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to show you how simple this coding is. I'll write you some sort of a scripts with the help of a chat GPT. With the help of a chat GPT, tomorrow I'm going to show you. Okay, so let me finish few. So what are the different types of dynamos? How do you connect the dynamos? Strategies again. So what is the purpose of data type? Okay, they are still very basic. What is a variable? Can't explain. How do you create a custom node? You mean by how to create your own nodes. For example, if you join any company as a Dynamo expert or API expert, they'll ask you to create this kind of a nodes. You can create. I'll explain how to create this kind of a nodes on Dynamo. Understand? In our training, I'm going to explain. So, what is the difference between package and run? We have a lot to cover. Okay, so even you can ask, the same things even the GPT as well, to get some sort of an understanding. I'm already having all the answers with me. Um, I'll share it in the group. You don't need to do any research or something. Okay, clear? I guess one thing I can sure uh, join tomorrow. I mean, how many of you are available tomorrow? Are you available tomorrow? Or you feel already this workshop
Yes.
is boring? Why do you have to join again?
Tomorrow, same
We
time.
will join tomorrow.
Tomorrow, same
Mm.
time, 8:30 to 10:30. But
Okay.
this is not
Thank
like a theoretical concept like today's. tomorrow I'll show you how impressive it is. Like, I don't create anything. You just give me a task, I'll do it in front of you with a, help of ChatGPT. Clear, no?
Okay.
Clear? Okay, so tomorrow
Clear.
is going to be a very, very interactive one. Please don't miss it. Okay, cool. So rest we'll see. How do we cover? Tomorrow I'll explain like very, very basic. Okay, cool. Any other questions? Now it's your time to ask anything.
Just 5 minutes back.
Come on. Any questions?
Like Subbish,
No, right. No, no.
No one have any questions?
our సో ఏం పర్లేదు పడుకుంటా లేదని పూర్తిగా మాట్లాడి
Someone has to mute. Come on, no questions? Shall I take a leave then? Let me know if you have, because I have a query. Does this work with Civil 3D also? Of course, yes. See, again, I'm telling you the same thing, brother Ramesh. Okay, so I am teaching you visual programming concept. I'm teaching you a visual programming concept. So this concept will help you understand and play with any set of, for example, um, dynamobim.org. Just click on it, Dynamo. If I teach you Dynamo for Rivet, you can apply the same strategies for Civil 3D as well. You can apply the same strategies for Format, like, replica of SketchUp. You can apply the same strategies in advance because everywhere you're playing with a node. So every node which expects something. So you have to understand what it is expecting. This entire theory, interactive with an interactive style, I'm going to explain in the training. For example, you see, there is a concept called, telecalling concept. There is a telecalling concept we generally, follow. I have taught very basic visual programming concept, to my telecaller. What she exactly did. Okay, so this is again a visual programming uh, tool, which is a cloud tool instead. So we have agents. Okay, so let's say started info, for example. See what it is exactly saying. This is a block. This is a block. This is another block, and this is another block, and this is another block, and this is another block. So we have total 5 blocks here. So what it is exactly saying, the first conversation which is saying, hi Revit user, we are offering free 2 days Dynamo training. Are you interested to join? If the user said yes, so this is going to be speak out. So let me share the complete details via SMS or WhatsApp. If the user said no for this conversation, like it is going to print this block. Just calling this block. No worries. Have a great day. Is it clear? So this is how it is. What if, to the continuation, if the user wants to know more details or message party, yeah, what it is exactly. So this is going to be texted to his WhatsApp or email from the particular number. So it's going to SMS. Is it clear? Is it clear? So that is how it is. See, you can see the number of blocks. Again, start the conversation, what it is exactly starting with, and what if the user said is yes. If again, everything which is taking as an its input. Even in our, we have not only one, we have a number of, if you just type visual programming tools, you just, you know, uh, Google it, n number of, see, you can see how they exactly work. See how the data is passing from one block to another block. So with the time intervals here somewhere, which is like continuous, here without time gap, like, 5 to 10 seconds. But here it's like a 2 to 5 seconds. Okay, so that is how it is. And this is another block style. This is called wired style. And we have another called, this is called block style. So one block has to be attached to another block. They're just like a magnets. They're just like a magnets. These are called block based, programming, and these are called wire based programming, wire based and block based. So we have created, ebook, what it is exactly and how it's going to be, introduction in before 2015, like recording the macros. Most of the people used to follow, recording the macros. Macro, what do you mean by macro? Recording our, screen actions, understand? And uh, they're gonna record each and everything and then keep on set it in a loop. It's called macro. Okay, I'll show you what you mean macro. And for Dynamo Player, a tool for a no coders. I mean, if you're not from the coding background, you can simply just click on a play button. Simple, it will do everything by itself. Okay, but when you just click on a play button, if it is asking for some sort of an inputs, without entering into the coding interface, you can, control the inputs outside of the Dynamo. Okay, so that's called Dynamo Player. These all of them are like visual programming tools only. This is not. If I teach you Dynamo, you are going to handle all these tools because I'm teaching you the logic behind it. Clear now? Ramesh, is that clear? Ramesh, are you clear? Ramesh, are you clear? Can I speak? Yes, if you are here. Any other questions? Binoy, Ajit, Aditya?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear.
Yeah, Rajesh. My concern was to ask you, like, as you have been saying that this Dynamo will work with the Revit, so I just wanted to know whether it will also work with the Civil 3D, because
Ah,
you'll be teaching what the statistics will work with both of them. Because I've been using Revit and Civil 3D both, but in the Civil 3D, but in the concept of Dynamo, it is very much less side of mine to be using that one. So I wanted to know
mm,
whether the strategies will work with both of them or not. That was my
same,
concern at the time.
same strategies, Ramesh. But
Okay.
instead, here we are in Revit, we are playing with an elements, but in Civil
Mm-hmm.
3D, we'll be playing with the geometries, like
Correct.
surfaces like points, curves, and
Correct. Correct.
solids, simple. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Like
that will be covered.
profilings
That
and
will
all of
be
that.
exactly. So, which is, do you, do you remember I have explained the dynamo geometry, dynamo and dynamo geometry somewhere
Mm-hmm.
here, dynamo geometry.
Yeah. When I joined, it
So
was
this
the
even for
API
the Civil
Python. It
3D.
was then. Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Okay. Clear? So this is completely different to the dynamo geometry. So,
Okay.
the reason why I'm saying in the dynamo essentials, the last concept is a
Yes.
lacing
Correct.
image. But
Yeah. Yeah.
in geometry, the starting concept is a lacing.
Okay.
So we will be started learning geometry with
Yeah.
the
Like for the griddings
concept
and
called
grids and everything, we'll need to make the lacings, right?
lacings. Okay,
Correct.
that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Any other questions? Anuj?
No, that was enough.
Good. Let's check with others.
No
Chetan?
question. We will join with tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. So the training is starting from Monday. It's a 5 days a week actually. I mean Monday to Friday. So it's 8:30 to 10:30, and Saturday, Sunday we have an off. Uh, and this is a completely online training, like how we joined today. It's the same timing, same thing. Okay. Mm, what else? For any other details about the training, you just text me hi on my business number. This is 83670900636. It's my business number. I mean, my Beamer Academy number. I mean, you can text me on WhatsApp on the same, so that I'll share everything with you. Okay, the training part and the fee part, the structure. Okay, it's a 60 hours training, especially. Okay, sometimes it may cross 60 hours as well. So don't stick to exactly like 60 hours. Trust me, I'm gonna eat your brain and you are going to harass. I mean, you have a complete rights to harass me for the next, no, 30 days. Okay, clear? Clear? Learn well, learn good, okay, and implement good and get settled in our good positions, especially into automation. Come out of modeling and coordination, the boring stuff. Okay, clear? So see you tomorrow. I don't want to waste your time. See you tomorrow. Anyways, we have 1.5 hours tomorrow. Let's have some fun. Okay, clear? See you
Okay.
everyone. Good night. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Good night.